Good morning, everybody. Welcome back again to our second day of GLOTECH conference. It's our privilege to have you here for our second day first keynote speaker, Dr. Erdem. And I were very happy with yesterday. So we had great sessions. I really enjoyed, personally, I enjoyed and learned a lot. And also, we live streamed it. The links are there. So we got also great comments from the online presenters. Usually they are kind of excluded from the in-person experience, but with the live stream, I think it was pretty good. In addition, today we have two keynote speakers. The first one we are about to have from Dr. Minwoo Lee from University of Houston. And in the afternoon, we are going to have Dr. Robert Reed, who used to be the director of this center here, who is recently retired, but he's going to deliver that one as well too. And in between, of course, after this session, we're going to have our lunch. We have concurrent sessions starting from this morning. That was very good. And then we will continue to do so in the afternoon as well too. So in that regard, Dr. Erdem, you want to add something else?
So
Maybe
unless you want me to sing. Yeah.
we probably don't want him to sing. Yeah, that's right. Maybe after the session though. Dr. Minwoo Lee, he is the Director of Hospitality Analytics and Innovation Lab, and also the Associate Professor of Business Analytics in the Conrad Hilton College of Global Hospitality Leadership at University of Houston. Dr. Minwoo also is serving as the Associate Editor for Journal of Hospitality Tourism Technology. Pretty much all data analytics related papers goes to him. I would like to thank him also for that one as well too, because it's a lot of work along with Dr. Erdem, of course, here. He's an expert in this field. Without further ado, I would like to ask you to join me. Welcome Dr. Minwoo Lee to the keynote session.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kubano. Good morning, how are you?
Very good.
Are you enjoying the conference in Las Vegas?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So first of all, I really would like to thank Dr. Kubano and Dr. Erdem for your trust in just inviting me to this wonderful conference. So it's my great pleasure and honor to share what I have done and what I have been doing on data analytics for particular tourism research and education. So I'm Minwoo Lee. I'm Director of Hospitality Analytics and Innovation Lab, and I'm the Associate Professor of Business Analytics at the Conrad and Hilton College of Global Hospitality Leadership, University of Houston. So I just like to share my some experience and for research and education in the age of AI. So I know have you used ChatGPT or Copilot, any generative AI application? Yes, that's great. How's your feeling? You like it or you don't like it? You like it, right? So now, yes, we have the big magic pen, right? AI. So today I really want to discuss how we can utilize those tools for our research and education to facilitate our student success and also research and more. All right. So my research areas are data trust and corporate data responsibility and data transformation, service innovation, robots, AI, and big data analytics. So today's presentation is all about what I'm doing and what I'm enjoying. And yes, since I'm the associate editor for JHTT, Journal of Hospital and Dream Technology, and if you send a manuscript related to data analytics or AI robot, and then I'm the one who can help you to improve your work for publication. So if you have any questions about the journal or if you need any help, just let us know. We have a great mediator here, Dr. Being here, and engineer here, and also we have editors, and so you have everyone. Okay. So I'm working also for the I3 International 3 as a director of research, And so I'm the executive board member and secretary for IHIDA, International Hospital Information Technology Association. We have the past president, Dr. Mehmet Erdem here, so thank you. And yes, I'm working for several jobs, but JTTT is my best one. So we really thank Dr. Kobanov for his leadership and diligence and also sleepless nights for our journal. Okay. And so I'm working with hospitality, financial and technology professionals, and auto hotel, Hilton, Intercontinental, and many companies, robotics and technology service companies in hospitality and tourism industry. So before I start what we need to do or what we can do better, just let me briefly summarize what we are facing now. So that's a technology advancement and digital transformation. So here's the thing. We have very different types of technologies, right? For research and in our life, things such as services and service services, robotics and augmented reality and virtual reality, and it's the metaverse. So every single transaction and activity with those technologies or any other technologies that generate the data. So if you integrate those data with your internal data or external data, then we can make a big data, right? Then what we need, then we need to analyze those data to discover the hidden patterns, or we want to utilize use the data for our decision making, or we can use data analytics results to improve our services, for instance. So that's the business analytics. And due to the rapid development of AI, now we have, yes, generative AI applications, right? ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, and more, right? So these are what we are facing now, and then many hotel companies and tourism companies and destination marketing organizations are rapidly adapting all those different types of technologies. It is a technology-driven approach. And even now, as a researcher and educator, we are using ChatGPT as an AI-powered data analytics tool, right? But how we can understand all these movements in our hospitality and treatment industry? Maybe we can use the digital transformation concept. So what is the digital transformation? This is the process of using digital data technologies to create a new or modify existing business processes, culture, and customer experience to meet changing business and market requirements. So there are two components, major components to achieve the digital transformation. First one is the digitization. So digitization is about how you can transform your data from analog type to the digital type. But it happened, we actually transformed all the data only to start late 1990 when we implemented organizational systems, right? And then the second part of digital transformation is digitalization. So we want to utilize IT or digital technologies to change existing business processes like a robot, AI production, kiosk, and third-party digitalization. And there's a good example. During the COVID, what we did in the industry, we implemented a kiosk or robot or even QR code to minimize human contact and also better serve our customers, right? So the technology doesn't have to be new always, but if you adopt the technologies to change your business processes or operations, that could be digital transformation. However, it's very difficult to consider that as service innovation. So what's the main difference between service innovation and digital transformation? This one. So we are adapting different types of technologies or technology-driven approaches like communication, data-driven approach, and automation, even AI and networking, right? However, digital transformation is beyond just adopting those technologies. We need to change our mission. We need to change our value. And we need to develop new HR and training programs. And so we need to restructure our culture and governance and strategy. So digital transformation focuses more on changing or transforming our organization in a digital way, not just simply adopting new technologies. So we need to understand all recent movements under the digital transformation. And now, for instance, this is our hotel. So Hilton College doesn't have, we have our Hilton Hotel, Hilton University of Houston. So we have two buildings. So first on the left side building with the red Hilton logo, that's the original hotel. And during COVID, we built a new tower, which is the right side one with the white Hilton logo. So that's the second building. So for instance, you're running our hotel as a GM. Then you have the operational data, right? And so if you are running or if you use a mobile app like Hilton Honors, then you have the mobile data, right? And then you can collect the mobile device information and language and everything. And now if you are using robot for delivery, and then yes, you can collect the robot data as well. And so we have a payment data, and if you have a loyalty program, and then you can collect the more demographic information and more personal information as the customer data. And if you're subscribing or running web services like Yelp.com or TripAdvisor.com, then you can get the reviews and responses to those reviews. Reviews could be positive or negative, right? And also, if you're running your social media page on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, apps, then you have social media content, video, search, and more, right? And those contents could be generated by you or your customers. So now if we integrate all those data, and then that could be big data, right? And then after this, what we can do, we need to analyze the data, right? For your decision making and then daily operation and service innovation and more. And now we do have more powerful tool and weapon, which is AI, right? So AI is a computer system that can perform complex tasks done by human, like decision making and creating, etc. Right? So now generative AI can help us to create more content and so do many different things, right? Yeah. But there are so many similar terms like AI, machine learning, and deep learning, and more, right? So we can interchangeably use those terms, but as you can see here, AI is more umbrella term. Machine learning is a subtype of AI, and deep learning is one of the algorithms of machine learning. And those AI applications or machine learning algorithms can be used for decision support or deep learning with AI applications, and it's a new language processing for research, and it's the industry strategy, and it's the service management, and it's neural networks, and it's could be used for decision making because it mimics the human behavior. And let's take a look at this. Do you think when we have AI term, which year is it? Can you guess? 19? 1960?
1971.
1971? 50? Yes. 50. Yes. Yes. So how many years? More than 75 years, right? 70 years. So it started from that old time, but now we have actual AI applications on our user, right? For consumer services and so for our work. So let's take a look at this. So I had a circle, several circles. So this is when Google started actual products for consumers. So they started their first AI project, which is the Google Waymo autonomous car project in 2010. So I had good friends at Google. So at the time I visited their headquarters in Colorado. And then I saw some cars on the street. And then I asked, okay, what's that? And then because that car has many cameras over the car. So what is that? And he said, okay, that's our new project. And then after that, they merged the DeepMind team and then they developed the DeepMind AI. And and then they play the game Go, right? The battle in Korea. So that's what they did. But the main goal of AI applications from Google is they want to give the search results before their customers ask by analyzing the data in advance. So that was their goal. So they want to predict their customers' behaviors and also provide any information they might ask. For instance, I am flying back to Houston after my presentation. So, but if there is weather issue or any traffic issue, and then maybe Google analyze my Gmail account, which is the email I received for my golden itinerary, right? And then they may ask, suggest, okay, Minu, we have traffic to the airport, so you need to leave early, 30 minutes before. And then, do you need the Uber or do you need the Lyft? So that's what Google wants to develop. But now we have is ChatGPT, right? So generative AI applications change the game. Why? Because generative AI now allows us to create something new instead of finding something or predicting something. So now AI applications move from prediction to creativity and more. And then now we are using ChatGPT or Copilot or Gemini to create those new things, right? So this is the era we are living now. And then there are several AI service providers like Microsoft with a Copilot, and Amazon Web Services focus more on managing their cloud web server and its data through AI applications. And it's the Google, yes, Gemini and more AI applications and other companies. And it's the Meta use their own AI. And OpenAI developed the ChatGPT, right? So they just recently announced ChatGPT version 5.0, right? So those are the services many companies are offering now. And then in the hospitality tourism industry, we have several applications, including chatbot and search engine, productivity solution, and application programming interface and cloud computing. So one example recently I heard is now Hilton to generate the revenue management team, they are using the bots. So instead of just checking their concept hotels the prices between their upper and lower bracket, they are using bots to check the demand. But how they check the demand? They check the volume of search from their consumer side. So they can use the number of search results about our hotel as a proxy of the demand. Based on that, they create their prices ADR depending on the demand. So that's the thing now we are observing. And now we have the robots for the delivery, and it's the tea maker, coffee maker, and bartender. So there are many different types of technology, and it's the robot. All those are based on the AI. So now we have AI, machine learning, and more detailed kind of methods and approaches under the AI machine learning. And then these are the outcomes from AI development, like robotics, virtual reality, augmented reality, and chatbot. But now we have all those new technologies and application, an educator, and also researcher, and also the industry professionals, what we need to do. So all these applications create the data. Then now we need to think of how we can utilize those data for research and education and industry, right? But that's the reason why I'm here. So how can we make it better? Or how can we IT better, right? So like this, we need collaboration. So I'm not here to promote this conference or my college or my program or my center, but we need collaboration and we need to develop what we have done so far in a more innovative way based on the AI development, I believe. So first, yes, many organizations and institutions are supporting this conference in Las Vegas, right? So we are here and discuss what we can make our industry and research better as a collective effort, right? So this is one of the good examples of the global conference on technology and AI in hospital and tourism. And what about this? I'm the director of research at I3, and then we had a conference this year, July. We collaborate with High Tech. So High Tech is the largest technology expo in hospitality and tourism, organized by HFDP. So we had a conference together, and then we invited global presidents to the session, and then they share what they're doing, and then we share our research with the HFTP members. And then so we have in this panel during high tech, so we have all the panels here, and then so we have the panels yesterday who visited the high tech and also I3, so we are very fortunate. And then so during the high tech, we had multiple sessions by collaborating between industry and academia. So that's what we are doing. And as I3 started from I think 2021, which is a global research collaboration opportunity. So I3 Global Research Marathon, we have first time here this year, and then last year and 2 years ago, we have collaborated with the World Sustainability Association based on the Europe. So we have created a research question, but based on industry perspective. And then we tackle down the business questions they propose as a researcher. So this is one of the global research collaboration opportunities. So if you are interested in it, and then try and apply for that. And then I'm the chair of the program, so I can make a great team with great scholars from the world, and then you can develop your own project, and then you will present your project at APEC 3, I3, and Europe 3, and then you can submit your complete work to 4 I3 journals. Journal of Hospital and Tourism Research, Journal of Hospital and Tourism Cases, Journal of Hospital and Tourism Education, and Research Reports. So depending on what project you are doing, you can submit your work to any of those journals. So this is a wonderful opportunity through global collaboration between industry and research academia. And also, as I told you, all data-driven, technology-driven, data-driven approaches cannot be done by a person or one institution. So that's the reason why I made HALAB, which is Hospitality Analytics and Innovation Lab. So this is our second year. So we want to serve our research center as a tool and platform such as research on big data and business analytics for service innovation, and also facilitate the faculty research, student experience and learning engagement, and also industry collaboration. So this center tries to help stakeholders in hospital and tourism to have better understanding about the data-driven approaches and new technology, and also how we can resolve the business problems through academic efforts, and it's a global network and industry professionals. So we have certain goals, and now this is our second year, and then I'm trying to bring more opportunities for our college, and it's our hospitality discipline and tourism as well. So we do have 3 different areas through this center. So we have the research, yes. We promote and facilitate research projects on big data and business analytics and also machine learning in hospital and tourism management. And so we are building up the data repository, which is the big data hub in hospital and tourism. So we are building up the new data. I'll show you the details about the data more later. And so we support our students and faculty research if they want to do analyze any of those data we have in our center. And then so if someone out of our campus, if they want to do some research with us, yes, that's the Hey Lab. They help who can help you and support your research. And also education. Another big part of our goal is education. How we can make our students more successful through data analytics and also AI-driven approaches. So we have developed many different types of new data-driven courses, including access bootcamp, visual analytics and text analytics, web crawling, and machine learning predictive modeling. And then we are using those programs to teach our students for the graduate and also undergrad program. And so we apply for many different types of teaching grants, internally and externally, to develop all those programs. So now, due to this effort, we do have, in Hinton College, we do have the special track, which is project management and analytic track for the undergrad student. So now we do have a fourth cohort, and then they're doing grants. And as the industry perspective, yes, we need more collaboration with the industry. Because we are actually social science, right? Social science discipline, but we are more applied social science, which means we, the educator, as an educator and researcher, we are based on the industry practices, right? So we need to build a more industry partnership and also global and collaboration, and of course the consulting project to support our students and also faculty research. So I just travel these days a lot internationally and domestically to build up the relationship and collaboration opportunities with different companies and organizations, non-profit and profit organizations. So HealthLab has very diverse network in globe, including MIT, University of Florida, and Hong Kong CoU, and many robotic companies, and it's the AI Research Center, and even the Social Value Enhancement Studies Center. So we have been developing global network to support our research and education at the Hilton College. So these are the big data hub we have right now. So we have been developing many different types of big data. For instance, online hotel review data from TripAdvisor.com, and then we have collected more than 20 years. And so we have restaurant review and property review performance data, and also bakery data, Glassdoor, and more. And so we are collecting the CEO report and annual report from the companies in hospitality and tourism to see the impact of IT or AI-driven approaches or CSR, CDR on the fund performance. And recently, we got the Airbnb data for the Korean market and also US market as well. So that's the reason why we need collaboration. Because we cannot buy everything and we cannot collect everything. So if you expand your collaboration with other institutions, okay, your institution collect the US market and your institution collect the Turkey, for instance, or these institutions collect Korean and Asia market, for instance. Then we can collaborate together to make our research and education better. And then so the final data is from Yelp.com and Google. So we want to see how culture aspects can influence our restaurant businesses in US and other countries. And also, in this collaboration cannot be ignored, right? So we are closely working with HFPP to develop certain policies and also update. So this is one of the wonderful projects I have done and I'm working on now. So we have worked with HFPP as a task force team to develop the digital responsibility code of conduct and best practices for the hotel. So we completed everything for the hotel last year, and now we are working with the club industry people to develop their own CGR practices and the pillars. So we have already developed the pillars and reports, white reports through AHTP, collaborated by the HELA. So we do have, you can just easily search all those reports available for everyone. And now we are finalizing our project on CGR for the club business. And now let's talk about our research. So we develop the collaboration opportunities and also develop the big data hub and more, right? But next thing is what? We have to use those data and we have to use those collaborations, right? That's a research, right? So how we can utilize AI concept for our research? Here's the thing. Just I want to introduce several new approaches we are doing now. And as the JHTT is one of the great examples as a journal. So we review many data-driven papers in this research project, and then we do have wonderful reviewers of all kinds of the great researchers and reviewers on data analytics and machine learning and AI. So even we are trying to develop more, and it's also special issue next year. So if you are interested in data-driven project for your journal publication, yeah, JGT is the one of the best ones, I think. So first, what we can do, yes. Let me just tell you the first one, predictive modeling approach. So what is the difference between explanatory modeling and predictive modeling? So that's the first question you may have in your mind. So let me share this. So explanatory modeling is what we have done. So for instance, let's take a look at our research process. So as a social scientist, we observe something happened in industry, but that could be an employee or that could be a consumer. But we have observation, right? And then as a researcher, we want to understand and explain and also predict why that happened and how that happened, right? Based on the hypothesis development using theory, correct? So you develop a theory, and then you have hypothesis, and you test it. So now we test the causal theory or hypothesis in our research paper. That's the explanatory modeling. But what is the predictive modeling is by using machine learning algorithms or AI-powered data analytics, we can use the predictive modeling to predict new or future observations. So our goal is not anymore to develop and test the relationship because we already established the relationship. So we want to predict the output value, which is y variable, for the new observation given the input values, which is the independent variable x variable. So you can use machine learning algorithms to do predictive modeling or even for forecasting as well. So as you can see here, based on that fundamental difference, our methodological approach should be different, and then interpretation and everything should be different. So this is the new area now we're looking at in research community. So this is one of the examples I want to show you. These are my papers I published. So the right side one is detecting fake reviews with supervised machine learning algorithms. What we did is we developed the predictive modeling model based on previous literature, and then we collected online review, specifically fake review. Have you heard of fake review? Yes. If I just start a new restaurant just across the street from Dr. Paul's restaurant, and then I call my family and brothers, okay, could you please share the good reviews for me? Or could you please share negative reviews for that computer, right? That's a fake review. And those fake reviews really ruin the marketplace and everything. So we developed we applied multiple algorithms to detect and predict the fake review. And recent project is that paper was published in the electric market, which is one of the A journals in MIS. So we created this methodological approach. So we did research review and we explain what's happening based on the theory, existing theories, to predict the crowdfunding success, the restaurant crowdfunding success. And then we applied more than 7 machine learning algorithms to predict that success in the Kickstarter.com. So this is the new approach. We do not test any hypothesis because those hypotheses are already developed. So we just collect all those, actually synthesize all the findings to better predict our dependent variables through machine learning algorithms. And the second project I'm doing, I want to introduce is this collaboration between the companies and so Hong Kong Pulling You through Halo. So, have you used any robot for your services? Or your colleague doesn't have any robots? So we do have robots. So we have Hilton Hotel, and if you come to our hotel, and then you will see the restaurant, Eric's restaurant. And then in that restaurant, we do have the robots. So it delivers our order from the kitchen to the table. The problem is, I usually use this expression. We throw the robot where human beings have worked for a long time. Then what happens is, if we have this very narrow kind of space, and if I walk through this, and the robot cannot come. If robot is coming, then I cannot go, right? So we cannot coexist in the service scale if we just throw the robots. So what we need to do is we need to design the service scale if we are considering to implement those robots to create to coexist and it's to create a corporate value. So that's the urgent issues we need to resolve. If not, if the restaurant owners and hotel owners, it's really hard for them to implement robot. For instance, if I want to bring the robot to our hotel, do you think what's the first problem? Hmm? Yes. Specifically elevator. If you have a robot, first we need to check legal requirements, whether we can use the robot for that elevator or not. Second, if you use the robot for that elevator, and then maybe Wi-Fi or the Bluetooth connection could be disconnected, then your robot, you're losing the robot. Okay, where it is, right? So there are so many different things we need to consider, but we don't know what they are. So that's another thing we need to think of. So what we did is we just worked with the design school. So design school researchers took the approaches based on design approach. So they just look at what's happening from the pre and during and post consumer journey at the hotel. And then they identified all the issues for different stakeholders and different tasks and it's a different department and different location. And then they analyze all those behaviors and tasks happen at the same time or different time frame. And then we can identify, okay, A area could be done by human and robot. But B task could be done by only human. And C task could be done by robot only. Then now we can make better strategy and planning when we implement robot, right? So this is another project we can do. And if you can take an interview from different stakeholders, including employees and management and as the consumers, then also AI-driven topic modeling or text mining approach can be used to analyze their what they said. And another project I want to introduce is this is under the NSF grant review. So I'm working with the Augusta University Computer Security and Computer Science team. And then so we are proposing this to UNLV, the research group as well, to implement how AI-powered facial recognition and also large language model could help our employees to serve our customers better. For instance, you're sitting in front of me, and if I have the robot or if I have a camera on my end, and then that security camera or that camera can recognize your face emotion. So if you look angry, and then maybe I can approach in advance to take the robot. Or if you see the one customer in casino, they get stressed out because they're losing money. Then what you can do? Okay, why don't you take a break and you can come back, something like that. So we can serve our customers more interactively and also advanced. So those are the projects we can utilize based on the AI-driven approaches. And another exciting project I'm working now. So do you know BTS? What I think? You like it? Yes, I like. So, do you want to visit and eat where BTS and the army did? Yes, right? So that's my question. Because this year, this is my 20th year in US. So I went to US for my second master degree at Texas Tech University in 2016. And then now 2025, right? So it's almost 20 years. But I have never seen that so many different types of Korean restaurants, right? But I can see numbers are increasing. So what happened? Because previous time, for instance, if I just want to bring my friend to Korean restaurant, and then I just ask, okay, why don't you go there? And then they said, okay, can I try? Or do I have to try? And then yes, you're my friend, you have to try. But they do not go to the Korean restaurant voluntarily. But now if I go to a Korean restaurant, and then there are not many Koreans. All the people from everywhere, they are enjoying the food. So what happened for over 20 years? So that's a culture. Culture can improve our business. Culture can help us to make more revenue. How? So that was my question. So yes, and also this is this song, right? This is a game actually when we drink with my friend when I was college kid. And then Roja made this song with the brain part, right? So now this song is very popular, even my boys, I have three boys, high school, middle school, and elementary school, they all know this song. Actually, I didn't know this song, but they just introduced the song to me. So what happened is people like the song, and then they watch Netflix videos and documentary films and also the soap dramas, and then they say, okay, the people play this game when they drink soju. Have you tried soju, Korean alcohol? My favorite. I enjoy it every week. So yeah. So what happened is we want to know actually those culture aspects or songs and K dramas really can increase the number of businesses for the Korean business sector. So we try to analyze the Google and Yelp.com. How and why? Yes. If you search Google, for instance, okay, where is the best Korean restaurant in Las Vegas? Right? And all those queries are saved, and then you can see the search results and related topic and search queries through Google Trends. Have you used the Google Trends before? Yes. Google Trends is wonderful tool to see, okay, how many people search that specific keywords, and also where they are from, and then what are the related topics and keywords. So we collected and measured all those search keywords related to K culture and K Korean restaurant. And also we went to the Yelp.com and then we collected all the reviews regarding Korean restaurant over 25 years. And then we analyzed those data from different sources to show it through AI-powered data analytics and also geographical analytics. So as you can see here, over the time, you can see more colors, right? It means that, it indicates that, okay, as the people's interest about K-culture or K-song, K-drama, and K-food increase, number of restaurant and also restaurant business, Korean restaurant business are affected by that. So this is the first kind of the finding about the showing the impact of culture aspects on restaurant business through the geospatial data analytics and also big data analytics through AI powered application. So there are so many different things. If you're from Europe, like Turkey and other countries, yes, you can analyze Google Translate data or Yelp TripAdvisor data to show, okay, how a factor influenced the number of people who visited the Turkey, for example. But don't forget about the theory, because we are the researchers who need to understand and explain that happen, right? So we need to use the theory to explain that. So these are the projects I have been working with different disciplines and organizations. So as you can see here, there are even KBS is a Korean broadcasting system, which is one of the largest TV company in Korea. And then now, even we are the hospitality tourism researcher, but I'm working with them. So we invited the chief producer of very popular K-food documentary and films in Korea, and it's a Netflix. So now I'm working with her to understand what's going on in our restaurant businesses through the geographical and the culture aspects. And so there are many different projects you can develop. Then now let's move on to education. So you have developed the data and it's a research project. Then the most important part is what? As an educator, we need to find the opportunity for our student success. So these are the courses we are offering at the Houston College through PayLab. So we have different types of programs. So again, I'm not here to promote our program, but we are developing those programs as a kind of first kind of starter. So we do have the innovative technology courses and also data analytical courses for the graduate program and also undergraduate program. Now we do have a traditional PhD program and it's the online doctor program for industry professionals. So we just started the first cohort this year. Now we do have 30 doctor students for this program. So this is amazing. And also, we do have a project management and analytics track under our college, only focus on data-driven data analytics for hospitality and tourism leaders. So this is our course catalog, and then if you enter the track, and then you need to have the 3 courses. First one is 2 courses, teaching hospitality KPIs, key performance indicators, and then advanced level data analytic techniques. And when after you learn those techniques, the second project is a project development course by using those data-driven approaches. So you create the project, you run the project, you made the project through data analytic techniques. And then last course is the actual testing project. So we invite the company to provide their business problem and also their data. So our student group check down their problems by using their data. So their final outcome is to provide a solution. So this is like a consulting project. So the students can take all those 3 classes and then they can graduate with this distinguished the track. And also we do have many supporting courses and programs, like Excel bootcamp and certification program. And also now we are developing new mandate for everyone, including freshmen and also transfer students, which is fundamentals of hospitality data analysis for decision making. So this course will replace one of the math courses required by the university with this. So now we're changing all the curriculums under the data tracker. And I have here Professor Araceli Hernandez, who is also assistant professor at UNLV, and she was my patient, and then she working hard for her first semester here, but now what she's doing is she's developing the data analytics courses for UNLV. So this is amazing opportunity for everyone at UNLV who wants to do this track. And also we are offering free online modules for text mining, predictive modeling, and visual analytics. So these are the professors of our project management and data analytics track. So Dr. Abbott and DeFranco and me and Dr. Lee, all faculty are teaching and doing research on data analytics. And then we do have three different courses. So if you are planning to develop a similar program, and then you may follow our structure. And if you need any advice or any information, then please let me know. I have been developing all these things for the last 10 years, so I can give you all the details and everything. So we do have three courses, so just let me skip those course description here. So yes, the first class is the two course and helping our students to have an understanding about the data-driven approach for decision making and leadership and more through very different types of the data techniques. And then project management to development, project development and management course can help you to learn how to create, lead, and manage the project through data-driven approaches. And then yes, the last one is the practical project, which is the capstone project with the actual companies. So now we are working with different companies through these courses. And for instance, we have a very good kind of connection with STR and SHR, which is a revenue management company, that we work with them to solve their problem. For instance, we analyze STR's data at the property level and national market and market level. So our students use the STR data through Tableau, which is a visual analytics tool, to create the interactive dashboard for decision making. So like this. So our students create this dashboard, but you have one dashboard, but to make this dashboard, you need to create sub dashboards more than 10 to 12. So every single entity is from one worksheet. Okay, so they analyze more than 2 million market level data to make user-friendly and fact-based decision making and market analysis for forecasting, NFL education and research. So we have different kind of team under that whole group, like design team and programming team and data analytics team and interpretation and more. So this is what they developed to show the KPI, location map, and supporting data. For instance, you are the investor and you want to build up your hotel in Las Vegas. And then just you can simply click the Las Vegas map and an area, and it will show you which areas you need to develop for luxury hotel or mid-scale or economic hotel. So this is Texas example. These are our students, and we invited many world-renowned scholars in data analytics in hospital and tourism. So we presented our work to them and so to get feedback. And another project is the revenue management company, SHR. So they have been developing revenue management system based on the CRM and loyalty management. But what they want to do is they want to recalculate the lifetime customer value through AI system and then to improve their marketing promotion and also increase the customer loyalty. The CEO is my good friend, and then he's willing to work with us to develop this the big data driven the lifetime value recalculation, and also based on that, or they want to develop the recommendation system for promotion and more. So these are the support of the PMA track who went through all of this courses and program. So what is the achievement they made? Yeah, they went to the market analysis competition in 2023, and then they got the second rank in global and the third rank in America. So we have never done that before in different college. So we are so proud of these students. And so now this is the evidence. If you apply the data-driven approaches for our students, that they can make it better than anyone. So we got two flags. Yeah, from over there. And also we have another good example. We have great patients who went through all this program development and research. So yes, I do have Dr. Hernandez here, and it's another former student, Dr. Park, is now working at Florida State University, and she is in developing and charge of all the data-driven courses. And also, we do have more students. Now, our students are working at the hotel, but also they are working for garden and also hotel development companies and more. So now we can send our students to other disciplines who was taken by the business school students. So this is, I think, best way we can make our students better and successful in their market and also their career and future. So what kind of tools you can use for your education? There are so many different tools. For instance, Excel Miner for predictive modeling, which is the add-on software in Excel. And also if you are good at using R, then you may use R. But I do not recommend based on my experience. Why? Because our students are not from maintenance science or MIS or computer science, which means if we want to teach how utilize the data for decision making and other operations that work, right? We do not want to teach how to use the tool. So if students are not familiar with the tool, then it's really hard to finish any project within the one semester. So that's what I found. So instead of using the new tool, why not Excel? Why not other tool they know? So I just tried to develop the course and content and everything based on what they knew. But also I want to introduce a tool instead of just programming. So we are utilizing Google Analytics, Google Trends, and Amazon Web Services, which are the tools many hotel and restaurant companies are using for their work. And so there are many online tools for text analytics, and so there are free tools like a Rapid Miner and sentiment analysis tool and lecture answer and LIWC. Those could be used for your research as well. And also for visualization, we have Power BI and Tableau. So your institution is subscribing Microsoft package, and then you can use Power BI for free. If we want to use the Tableau for education, yes, you can use Tableau for free as well. So you can provide a personal license to your students without any cost. So there are so many things that we can use for our students' success and education. And if we are interested in data collection and programming, then I may recommend Python or Java, but Python or R, or SQL. So SQL is a special program that I needed to create and manage the data from your data center. So many of my students who are working for the hotel, if they're working for any data-related departments at the headquarters, and then they need to use SQL. So SQL could be good source we can teach as well. So Excel, visual analytics in Power BI or Tableau, and SQL, and then that students know everything for our hospitality and trade businesses. And that means they are very competitive with the market. So this is online and hybrid module we developed supported by our teaching grant, internal teaching grant. So we developed this AI-driven predictive modeling and hospitality analytics module, which is a full module. And if you scan the QR code, then you can see all the modules data. So this is another new approach we propose to our industry professionals and students who want to learn AI-driven predictive modeling approaches. Another task I'm working on now is to develop the generative AI-driven education module. So I'm still playing with generative AI, but I do not allow my students to use generative AI, even though I'm teaching technology and data analytics for certain reasons, but I don't know how to tell you here. But now I feel that okay, we have to teach them how they use generative AI in a more responsible and also sustainable way. So this is the project I just I'm working on. So here I want to analyze negative review to improve my service quality. And then, okay, we can use text mining approaches, for instance, LDA, just a text copying model, for instance, right? But do you know how to make program? No? Yes, yes, that's great. But maybe, no, right? Then how we can do? But we really want to do. Generative AI can help you. So I just prompted it like this. Okay, analyze these reviews through top model. So I use the Copilot. But if we want to use the Gemini or ChatGPT, then you need to subscribe their professional services, the advanced level services. But our institution is subscribing Copilot at the premium level. So we can do analyze anything. Even I can do regression. But I do not use those tools for my research because I still do not 100% copy this thing. But still we can use for educational and practitioner purposes. So now I downloaded my online review. So I created a sample from my whole data set, and then I asked, okay, analyze this to find the service areas we can improve. And then Copilot identify 5 areas with the specific theme and keywords. And then I asked, can you show me the code to run this analysis? So if we don't know the coding and programming, but if we want to run and try with Python, for instance, then it shows me the Python code. Then you can use this code for your project, but you may need to modify that for your specific research, but it shows the Python code. So we do not use Python code in my class. So based on the topics, give me 2 to 3 actual review examples and solutions for service improvement. And then it shows topic and actual thoughts it made from my online review data, and then shows how you can improve those areas. If you want to go further, and then you may ask one more thing. Okay, can you make not can you make training planning to improve each area, and then it will show you how you improve those service areas as well. So it depends on what prompt you want to use and what goal you have through that. And then also it shows me additional prompt or question I may ask. Can you provide more examples? What are the common themes in the survey? How can I measure service improvement over time? So if we have the time series data or different time frame data, and then you can use follow question. So here I ask, okay, create the word cloud to understand in a much easier way as a figure. So we created the word cloud with 5 top keywords identified through this topic modeling process. So even though I don't know Python or R coding programming, if you know how to use this generative AI tool, then you can find those solutions, right? But the key thing is why and how you use those tools. So that's the first question, and that's the first thing I want to teach our students. And second thing is how they can utilize for their work, right? So that's the reason why I do not allow them to do any assignment by using ChatGPT or Copilot or in my class, but still they can use it. So what I did is I taught all the data analytics skills, right? Predictive modeling in Excel or Excel Miner, and then the exact same assignment or project can be done by ChatGPT or Copilot or any generative AI application. So if they don't know how to use those data, analyze the data with certain analytic tool, and if they know how to do it in generative AI, then they can use either or both, right? So it's a great research. And as the research side, now HeyLab is offering the workshop on informatics, data science, and economics in agriculture and treasury research. So we started this workshop this year in January at the Houston College for the graduate conference. So we invited many renowned scholars from MIT, Florida, and Delaware, and Penn State. So I think you saw those names a lot from the papers. So I invited each professor for specific data analytic area, and then they delivered 4 hour without break workshop. So everyone was very tired, but they were happy at the end. Why? Because they could learn a lot. So we had more than 300 workshop attended during the graduate conference. And then now I am communicating with the Temple University to deliver this workshop next year in Philadelphia. But every other year, Houston College hosts a graduate conference, so we will provide this workshop every 2 years for sure. So as you can see, many people attended the conference, this workshop, and they could learn a lot. So I was very happy to see smiling faces after 4 hour workshop with them. Okay, so this is all we have done so far as a collective effort to provide better opportunities based on the AI-driven big data analytics in hospital and tourism. So, any comment or any question? Yes, please let me know. But thank you very much for listening.
Perfect. Dr. Mehmet is going to moderate the questions.
You want me to sing? All right, get ready. Okay. So we'll take some questions, but first, thank you again. Super informative. And if anybody had any questions about Dr. Lee being super talented, I think is shown to us. So with that, we'll take some questions.
I know this is very loud.
So I'm keeping it down here. Okay. But if you can hear me, I'll project, and you do the same too because it's kind of gets loud. Right. Whoever has a question, I'll give you the microphone and you can ask.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ali from University of UK.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So, amazing presentation, by the way. I have a question about the algorithm that you used. The paper. So you used 7 different algorithms, right?
Yes.
So did you use them in sequential bonding format? Did you use them in parallel? One.
In parallel. So the main purpose of predictive modeling is to find the best model among multiple algorithms. So we do exactly the same model with the exact same data set through different 7 algorithms.
So yeah. So that is parallel, right?
Yes.
So which one has the highest predictive
So
capability?
it depends on the data and the project. But in our model, as I remember, the
SVM, access SVM, convolution.
yes, actually XGBoost one. Yes, yes. But usually the ensemble method is better than the other models, but it depends on what subject what topic you're doing. For instance, if you want to predict human thinking or human behavior, maybe neural network deep mining approach algorithm is better than the other algorithm. So it depends on. But
So,
yes.
so you use so what based
That one. So I don't have exact answer, but this is about the new approach. So if we have 2 robots, do you want to use old robot or you just replace with a new robot?
probably a big one?
Yes, but it depends on what task they're doing, right? So we can definitely adopt the bird-based approaches. For then, but still, I think it depends on what kind of data set and what kind of research purposes you have. So based on that, you can selectively choose as a researcher, I think.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
And it depends on the sample size as well.
We have one question here, and then we'll go to Dr. Berzin.
So thanks for asking.
Thank you, Dr. Lee, for a great presentation that you delivered. So I do text money, I use RDA, I do sentiment analysis and so on. My question is with like Hugging Face and all the AI, tools that's existing. Like in my recent paper, a project that I'm working on. I'm just curious your take on, like the AI, include AI models, including Hugging Face, the LLM, how that's going to change the dynamic of the whole like text mining field in terms of research.
So could you please replay?
My question is with, the AI, LLM,